global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. Some few hours ago, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Shatima, APC, INEC closed their case with Labour Party and Peter Obi. And for more details on that, just check our playlist to get to see it. But of course, remember we had two petitioners, and one had to do with Labour Party, Peter Obi, and PDP and Atiku. Now, PDP and Atiku's case took place some few hours ago as well, and a dramatic turn also took place in that event. We want to give you quick details and full details on what happened in court and why Nigerians are really wondering what is going on, why the hush-hush and why the hurry for both Bola Ahmed Tinubu, INEC and Shatima to hurriedly close their cases, and what is the reason. I'm not going to find out all these juicy details. But before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Now, the All Progressive Congress APC informed the Presidential Election Petition Court on Wednesday that it would not partake in the exercise of flogging dead horses. Report has it that the party has declined to present a defense in the petition filed by the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and its presidential candidate Abubakar Atiku, challenging the conduct and outcome of the February 25th presidential election. Now, Prince Lateef Olasunkanmi Fagbemi, senior advocate of Nigeria, SAN, the lead counsel for APC, stated that there was nothing to defend in the separate petitions of the Labour Party and PDP. Well, it was learned that the decision to abstain from opening a defense in Atiku's petition came after extensive cross-examination of Senate Majority Leader Michael Okpeyemi Bamidele, who was the key witness for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Fagbemi questioned Senator Bamidele, who is also a legal practitioner. During the examination, the witness admitted that Tinubu's election could not be overturned based on his forfeiture of the $460,000 to the United States of America, USA, through a court order. The witness clarified that Tinubu had never been arraigned, indicted, or convicted of any criminal charges by an American court, emphasizing that civil forfeiture cannot replace a criminal trial and conviction. Senator Bamidele stated that as far as criminal indictment is concerned, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has a clean bill of health because he was never indicted and convicted by any American court. Regarding President Tinubu's eligibility in the Federal Capital Territory (FCT), the witness, responding to questioning by Eyitayo Jegede, senior advocate of Nigeria, SAN, counsel to Atiku and PDP, stated that Tinubu did not need to score 25% of the votes cast in the Federal Capital Territory (FCT) to be declared the winner of the election. He further emphasized that the FCT holds no special status other than being the federal capital. When confronted with the fact that Tinubu was the first president to be declared without scoring 25% of the vote in FCT and without winning his home state, the witness disregarded its significance. Additionally, the witness clarified that the judgment of the United States of America, the court, on the forfeiture of $460,000 was related to civil proceedings and not a criminal charge or criminal charges against Tinubu. Following the conclusion of the testimony, Fagbemi announced the closure of President Tinubu's defense, while Lateef Fagbemi announced the closure of defense on behalf of APC. The court has granted a period of 10 days for the respondent to file their final written addresses, while the petitioner are given 7 days to respond and 5 days to reply on points of law. Presiding Justice Haruna Samani stated that the parties would be notified of the date to adopt. All right, you've heard it all. My colleague is in the house with me. What's the take with this hush and in a hurry that APC closed their defense? INEC have already closed theirs, and even Bola Ahmed Tinubu closed their case with just two witnesses, one in INEC and one from Bola Ahmed Tinubu, none from APC. What's the take, please?
Well, APC said Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Shetima legal team, they say they don't want to whip a dead horse or whatever. But my sister, it's not an easy thing to defend a lie. Let's be real to ourselves. For you to look at Bami Ogbeyemi, who was respected a few days ago, just 2 days ago. Ogbeyemi was given an honorable position in the Senate.
As a majority leader.
As a majority leader, being celebrated only for him to carry that, honor and walk into the presidential petition tribunal. And he was humbled by the legal team of Peter Obi. And if a man who has legal background could be humble like that, imagine a man who doesn't have, or maybe someone on the street who was running his mouth, and possibly you may have sat him down and tutor him on what to respond when they ask him question. And then the likes of men who have sat under the forces of law for years have, reasonable experience. They will put him in a corner, and he may open his mouth and say the things that ordinarily he didn't even hope to say those things. So wisdom demand. After seeing how a whole Ogbeyemi, Senator Ogbeyemi, who has a legal background, was being beaten, basbos. He almost fell, if not for the fact that the judges had to, the judges were there and it wasn't so rough, So bringing in an unknown, but maybe they have consulted people. Say, okay, I don't want to. Those lawyers, they are something else. Even together, they will just sit down and say, let's close this case. Let's close this case. What is it? We have tried our best for what? Let's close this case. These guys are sharp. Those are not small lawyers.
They are all son.
You understand? Maybe person no carry you on the rubbish you everywhere. Because someday they will talk about these things. They will sit down in their different garden, say, oh boy, in the last case that we had, I rubbish you, man. All those things. So it's better to call it off immediately.
But honestly, personal opinion, I thought with the fact that there's so many allegations against Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the last, I would have thought that they would come with much more witnesses. In fact, Dr. Levi believed the same too.
They have given 17 documents. So the documents that they have given, there have been a lot of objection on the part of Peter Obi legal team to it. So now the time will come where they have to write. I think they have like 7 days to write their addresses.
Yes.
So let us just put it in our addresses. Let us not bring someone who doesn't have legal background before they will whip us more. So the 17 documents, if you are not comfortable with it, it has been handed over. Sit back. Tell us the reason why you objected to it, and from there, the judges will draw their conclusion. So that's just it.
But with what we're already seeing, I fear that Nigerians are already drawing conclusion, because the truth of the matter is one expects more dramatic situation. Mm-hmm. Why just 17? If you want to go by tendering of documents, you can't compare what they tendered with what Peter Obi came with truckload.
Yes.
But they only came with just 17.
17.
Who is
manage the 17 that we have given to you. So when you finish managing it, right now, the situation is very tense. Okay. Tense in the fact that these guys have decided to pass the ball to the judges.
Okay.
And they have left them with their conscience that don't forget that this man is the president. Yes. They have passed the ball to the judges. So now, it is Nigerians now are not even looking at whatever that had happened. They've seen everything that had happened, apart from the fact that some of them already have some, evidences at hand about a lot of things that had happened. But right now, the ball has been passed to the judges. So Nigerians now are looking at the judges and say, we want to hear what you will say in this case. Wow. So the judges now are the ones now, they will be thinking, what should we do? Let us shift this ball to the Supreme Court. At the point, if they look at it and said, this may end up rubbishing my legal profession for the rest of my life, let us see, because whatever precedents that you are going to leave here will be referred to in future. And most of the times, if the reference was wrong or the precedent or your legal stand was wrong, you will never be quoted. You understand?
That's true.
And everything that you have lived for will be down the drain. So right now, they've passed the ball to them. If they are smart enough, what they will do is to pass the ball to Supreme Court and rest. Whatever, after all, did it not happen in the case of Mechina and this person?
Yes, and
Mechina and Lawan. The High Court said it was Mechina. Appeal Court said it was Mechina. All what they were doing, they were passing the ball to Supreme Court. Supreme Court, if you say anything that will make me lose my seat, all of you will sweat in the air. So it was there that the whole thing daburu. So that is the situation we may likely see in this case.
Oh, let's say it plays out. I guess that's going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. Also, have a nice